go? It's your boy Infamous, but you can call me Empty Boy. Welcome back. Okay, Grandma got run over by a reindeer. That's right, guys. I am definitely gonna review Grandma got run over by a reindeer. This came out like somewhere in the early 2000, and this used to be like one of the most popular like Christmas specials that used to like air on Cartoon Network, CBS. This is a classic, and I thought I might as well review it because like Christmas is almost coming, man. And not only that, it was a childhood classic. Alright, like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, check me out on DeviantArt. The links to everything is down below. The whole thing pretty much starts with pretty much a whole narration about like the whole thing happening. Pretty much, there was a store called Spankenheimers. Yeah, I know. Pretty much a very weird last name, but anywho, the whole thing is told by this kid named Jake Spankenheimer. And the whole store is run by his grandma. Him and his grandma really do love Christmas. And they're very close and very, very close. Anywho, there was this greedy redheaded cousin named Mel. She pretty much is the definition of what a gold digger pretty much is. And pretty much like Christmas time was happening and like she scared her like a customer or something because of some sort of credit. She was kind of like a little mad the fact that things needed to really change around here. And grandma, I'm telling you, the grandma is like the nicest woman alive, man. You can like kill her and she come back in a ghost and she'll probably make you a pie or something. But this woman is like the nicest person alive. Again, I just want to emphasize that part. And she makes like the best like killer fruitcake like there's ever seen in the world. Heck, there was like a whole song about it. At like the Spankenheimer house, where Jake was like coming up with his list for Santa and everything else, like his sister kind of teasing him a little bit. The mom told him like to come downstairs and like come like see what the dad brought in the house. He brought in the Christmas tree, but it was an inflatable one. And like they were kind of like debating like if Santa Claus is real or not. The mom says, well, historically there was a guy named Saint Nick, and pretty much Santa Claus is pretty much a representation of what the true meaning of Christmas is to like give to others and everything else. Then one day we were introduced to Austin Bucks. He's pretty much the CEO of this Ono corporation. Pretty much, you know, he's trying to like buy out like grandma's the place where the store is because he's trying to like create like a new building for like some sort of Christmas place. And he pretty much had like a little Slammobile. And cousin Mel kind of like overheard the whole thing, and she was like, if I was grandma, if I was the one who like owning the store, I would have sold this place. Because like he kind of like was like offering a lot of money before it, but the grandma kind of like turned it down. Cousin Mel kind of had a plan ready. Pretty much, her plan was to make like, mix in like some stuff inside the fruitcake batter while Jake and grandma wasn't looking. So that way, if people like get that fruitcake, they end up sick, and people will stop coming to the store, and that would be the end of like her business, and she would probably have to sell. Grandma and Jake were putting up Christmas decorations, and everyone else was busy, and Grandma kind of like put Jake to sleep, telling him that the faster you go to sleep, the faster Santa Claus kind of comes up. They kind of had that little debate about Santa Claus is real or not. And Grandma says, I see him in the smiles of every single person that, like, is joy with Christmas and all that stuff. And then he went to sleep. Grandma was getting ready to, like, head out because she's planning to, like, take her, like, cookies and cakes to, like, this community center or something. And know that she forgot her medication at the store. So she went out. Jake kind of heard, like, sleigh bells, like, ringing and everything else. And he saw Santa, like, ran over Grandma. And pretty much, he was freaking out. He lost his mind for a brief second. He went downstairs to tell everybody this, but no one didn't really believe it. The police came, and pretty much, like, they looked around. They found, like, the place where Grandma got ran over, and they found her fruitcake, DNA evidence of a reindeer, and Cousin Mel, like, saw, like, a note that was left there, but she kind of, like, hid it before everyone else sees. And she was like using the whole thing to her advantage. Okay, now time to speed things up. Cousin Mel was working with working with Mr. Austin Bucks to pretty much like sell the place. She kind of needed the grandpa's signature on the deed for her to like sell. She pretty much tricks him into doing that. That happened, and Jake tried to stop her, trying to like, what was it, go to Mr. Bucks's office or little building corporation and like try to like stop the whole thing. Austin Bucks says, "Hey, if you believe that the Santa Claus dude is real, all right, fine, go find him." Jay kind of had an idea to like email Santa Claus, and turns out that actually works. And the email kind of like got into like this main elf, like Santa Claus' main elf Quincy. He pretty much like went over to Jake's house, told him, "Hey, Santa Claus is real. You want to find your grandma?" Jake went with him to the North Pole. Pretty much like they went there. They pretty much talked to Santa for a brief second, and well, they found grandma, but there was a problem. Her memories were gone. Like she don't even remember Jake or anything. Pretty much like they bring her back to like prove that grandma was not even missing at all, and pretty much like clear the whole thing up. But things kind of like went sideways because like Santa like showed up and everything else, and okay, pretty much Santa Claus got arrested for like what was it, hitting grandma and running, and pretty much like everyone was in an uproar. Jake was like trying to like prove Santa Claus' innocence. They found grandma, they managed to bring her memory back, they brought her to court, and pretty much proves that his cousin Mel was the one responsible for the whole thing the whole time, and she and her attorney kind of got locked up, and Christmas was saved, and that was the end of the whole thing. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Now this, I have not seen this in like over I think 10 years or so. I mean, dang, man. I mean, it aged well for like its time. I mean, it was I'm just saying, Grandma got run over by a reindeer kinda was based on a song on the same name. It was made like at least 30-some years ago. And the fact that, the movie, I guess, let's call it a holiday special because it really doesn't count as a movie because it's only like 50-something, 40-something minutes long, so let's call it a holiday special. But, it didn't, I'm just saying, like, it came out like in like the early 2000s, like exactly 2000, so it's at least 23 years old by now. Okay, and I gotta know, who the heck made this up? Like Spankenheimer? Okay. Either they're well, maybe they might be German. Who knows? I'm just saying, like, Heimer, you normally hear, I'm not really sure, man. But I gotta admit, man, again, like, I used to watch this a lot when I was a kid, and dang, I mean, of all the Christmas specials, like, if there was, like, a ranking for, like, all the Christmas specials that were my favorite, it's either Santa Claus Coming to Town, let's see, Frosty the Snowman, and definitely Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Those would be my top 3 Christmas specials to, like, even watch as a kid, though. I mean, I'm just gonna admit, the song was really good, though. Like, even the song itself. Don't tell me, just by hearing that song, you feel like Christmas, like, you feel the Christmas spirit when you hear that song, though. Grandma got run over by a reindeer, walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa. Perhaps for me and Grandpa we believe. Okay, again, that is just a catchy and iconic song in my opinion. And I gotta admit though, Cousin Mel is like I gotta admit, well, she's not really, oh, okay, let's be honest, she's definitely the definition of what a gold digger pretty much is, man. She pretty much is the definition of it, like, seriously, like, throughout the whole thing, she's money, 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 like, there's no notes. But, heck, it was for the sake of the plot. And I gotta admit, the song where they were talking about the grandma's fruitcake, now that was really good, too. You know that, I mean, I'm not really normally I'm not a big fan of, like, country music, but, like, again, the movie kind of, like, mostly played country music the whole time, but, hey, I was born and raised in the South, man. And in the South, we play country music. And country music is sometimes, well, okay, I don't know, man. I have very mixed opinions about that one. The point is, country music is good. It is good. Honestly, though, I kind of relate to Jake's connection to his grandma, because I kind of had that kind of, like, connection with my own grandma, too. To be honest, like, I check up on my grandma at least, like, 3 times a week. Well, assuming I'm not busy and I'm not doing, like, well, school stuff and work stuff, then, yeah, at least 3 days a week before anything else. Honestly, they were gonna sue the pencils to Santa song. Honestly, though, that was just cringe. I cringed after watching that. I mean, I remember used to, like, enjoying that song, but now it's just cringe, man. I'm just saying, looking at it as an adult now, it just, I'm just saying, like, it brought some old memories back, but now, I'm just saying, the Suing Santa song, that actually, it just made me cringe, man. I'm just sorry. And you know, the whole thing, I'm just saying, the premise was original for its time. And only that, it kind of does answer a good question. Can Santa Claus, like, really be pressed charges? Could he really, like, exactly go to jail? You know, it kind of does deal with that real life scenario, but, I mean, wait, guys, I'm just saying, if you were a cop, would you arrest Santa Claus if he was real? Like, you knew that Santa was real this whole time. Would you arrest Santa Claus if he was real? Let me know in the comments down below. Overall, I enjoyed Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, man. This was a classic, man. Okay, normally I do my calculations, and I normally, like, you know, since I really got heard this along, alright, I'm gonna give Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer at least a solid 7, man. Like, this thing holds dear to me as a kid. It did then, and it does now. Okay, or did I word it wrong? Anywho, alright, your boy gotta go. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, check me out on DeviantArt. The links to everything is down below.